So what sorts of self-esteem or self-evaluation struggles have caused you or those you work with the most distress?
Well, Ron, I thought, you're interviewing me about this, but I thought you were supposed to be my mentor and how to get through all this. So we'll see what I have to say, whether I've learned anything from you in this. I was thinking about this a lot recently, and you and I talk about this a lot, and it's almost like as I work with kids, or I spend a lot of time working with kids and all those developmental models, and it almost feels like there's an insecurity for every developmental stage, right? There's the middle school stage of entering puberty. There's the, where am I going to go to college stage of insecurity. Then there's the, what job will look good. There's all the social insecurities of who will I marry. And then there's, in the last 7 or 8 years for me, it's, like, what kind of father do I appear to be on the playground? Like, how tuned in am I? Like, am I like, I really got to not be on my phone or look like I'm so adoring in all these ways? And certainly professionally, this comes up all the time. And I think it's just, I think this is where Buddhist wisdom just has so much to teach us about. It's never enough. Nothing is ever enough. And for some of us, it's more insatiable, or it's harder to work with. And I think for me, just like having an awareness of like, oh, this is the human condition. It's not just me. It's probably all these other great, more important, smart, and famous than me people that you're interviewing for this, Ron, are struggling with this too, is really refreshing, and sort of depressing. But it's also a relief to know, okay, I'm not actually alone with this. I think we do put a lot of shame on this in our culture, or just a lot of really mixed messages, right? Be a super narcissist, an influencer, or whatever, sort of being sent out to, whether it's sort of starting with culture of narcissism, kind of thinking in the 70s and, decade of me, or, all the way to now through like influencer, social media culture, right? And at the same time, like, be selfless. These are material things that no one should worry about or think about. And especially us in the mindfulness world should be so above all of this. And of course, it feels harder to just be upfront about it. Like, yeah, this is a struggle that I have, that we have. And I think it's such a breath of fresh air to get a chance to just chat about this a little bit with you, as we have over the years. And it's fun that you're writing about this. But I think it just comes up consistently around everything. And if I've made any progress, it's being aware of it. And then I can like laugh a little bit with, not at myself, but with myself on a good day. And with this just being part of the human condition, just part of what's wired into us. And can we all just have a laugh at this little quirky flaw that we have, and not take it too seriously, and certainly not try to beat ourselves up about it so much, because that I think is the other danger. Not to lean into it and celebrate it, but also not to self-flagellate about it either, and find a middle path, really.